To Jank Brews, where we brew Jank and play at Magic the Gathering Arena, standard ranked. We're right now hanging out in the middle of Diamond, and we're coming at you with a Light Up the Night deck that we're calling Red Light District. Playing a full play set of Light Up the Night, which is a sorcery that deals X damage to any target, dealing X plus 1 damage instead of that target is a creature or planeswalker. It has flashback, allowing us to grab loyalty counters from our planeswalkers. We'll move on to them next because we're playing a decent number. We've got a couple of Chandra Dress to Kill, helps us ramp, maybe soak up some damage, give us some of those loyalty counters. We've got a Jaya Fiery Negotiator, I think another criminally underplayed card in Standard. Most of the effects here are likely to see some play. Probably the least likely would be choose target creature an opponent controls. Whenever you attack with Jaya, or whenever you attack this turn, Jaya will deal damage equal to the number of attacking creatures to that creature. But every once in a while we'll use that. And we've got Koth, Fire of Resistance. Really pairs well with Light Up the Night and some of the limitations of these mid-range red decks in that it can remove creatures that are burn damage is too small for, and helps us keep lands in hand so we can get big Light Up the Nights and, of course, cast our final planeswalker, Chandra Hope's Beacon. So clearly the aim here is to use Light Up the Night in combination with Chandra Hope's Beacon, either just paying X with mana and using her static ability of whenever you cast an instant or sorcery spell, copy it, choose new targets for the copy. We can add mana to our mana pool to further the X of Light Up the Night. And sometimes just having a Light Up the Night in the yard and plussing to 7 with another planeswalker in play is GG's. It's you can get 20 damage that way rather easily. So beyond the planeswalkers and Light Up the Night, we've got a little suite of the typical burn spells. I think it's worthy of considering the exile version of this because we're not usually using Play with Fire to the Dome. We don't care tons about scrying that often. So if you're working on a less janky version of this, or you happen to like it, you may want to consider, I forget the name of the card, but deals 2 damage and exiles the creature. We've got Lightning Strike in here, a single copy of Brotherhood's End, a single copy of Burn Down the House. These are obviously a little bit nombos with our planeswalkers, so when possible, we want to use the create 3 devil creature tokens, maybe even double it with Chandra. And Brotherhood's End, we typically want to bait our opponents into rather than burning out our own planeswalkers, or just sometimes we really have to do it. We've got a single copy of Glittering Stockpile, because this is Jank Brews and I want to play it. We've got a copy of Celestus, another way to just kind of get bigger faster. On the creature front, we've got Charming Scoundrels and Riveteers Requisitioners in full play sets. Here we're either looking to have a treasure token to allow us to play one of our 4 mana cost planeswalkers on turn 3. All of these options are likely to be useful in this deck. Sometimes you're top decking, so discarding a card and then drawing a card could be great. Wicked Roll, if we end up against control and we want to be a little bit more aggressive, can be useful. Same idea with Riveteers Requisitioner. They're either intended to gum up the board and accelerate our planeswalker plan, or they can be aggressive as a 3/1. Sardian Cliffstomper, just a 2 of here. Every once in a while, this card is good, but it's probably the jankiest card in the deck, and that it's susceptible to all sorts of removal. It doesn't do a great job of blocking, but we'll see what we can do with it. If we can make any progress in Diamond with Red Light District, find out soon enough. Land's pretty straightforward here. Field of Ruin for those restless lands, some of which are a problem for us, particularly the green-black one. I think one of them has Trample too. Both of those would be problematic for us. So having a couple of Field of Ruins is nice. And let's get to it.